Welcome to the Kev and Pico Show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
Ask any racer, any real racer. Sorry. Oh, I was going to say, repeat that. Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. No, I'm not Don, whatever his name is, Don Toretto. I am Kev. That was the worst one of 55.
We're episode 55. I nearly feel like saying to you, let's start again, right? But we already did Vin Diesel because then we started talking about penises or something like that. But of course, guys, I am Pico. Welcome to episode number 55. 55, Kev.
55.
How's it feeling?
Oh, good.
Feeling good, isn't it?
Busy week.
Busy week. But we'll get into the weeks in a minute, Kev. We're going to jump right in to 1955. A little bit of history, a little bit of Bertha, because you know you love that.
We're going there already.
Well, we always start off with the history, and we
don't. We usually start off with the week, do we not?
No, we don't, man. It's
okay,
good job. You can tell you don't listen to the shows when we do this over and over again. Right, guys, 1955. Hell of a year, right? Hell of a year. Did you know the Mickey Mouse Club debuted on ABC?
There you go.
Yeah, and
Britney Spears was one of them before.
Oh, yeah, and Justin.
And Christina.
And Christina, there you go. And also, McDonald's was erected for the first time in 1955, okay? And then a proper little bit of history, Kev. Rosa Parks, an African-American bus passenger, is arrested after refusing to give up her bus seat to a white passenger. I always thought she got kicked off. I didn't know. You always hear a story, then you see a film, and then you hear something else, you get mixed up with everything. I always thought she just got kicked off the bus. That's mad. And Disneyland opens in
Japan,
California. Is there a Disneyland in Japan?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, Kev. Fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much main in history. Lots of other random shit. I never heard tell of it, but the $64,000 question, the popular US TV game show, started. And also, the first Guinness Book of Records were published. Man, that was a really handy history. I must use that thing more often. Right, okay. Kev, we love Alberta.
We do.
If I tell you Johnny English.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, January the 6th. So he's
not Ron Atkinson. Not Ron Atkinson.
No, definitely not. January the 6th, 1955, Rowan Atkinson. So he's 67 years old, Kev.
What age is Ron Atkinson, I wonder?
But 87, I'd say.
No, he's not. Ex-Forest and ex-Villa manager.
Exactly. And Sheffield Wednesday and many other teams, Man United. So it is. Yeah. Right, Kev.
Where did he go, I wonder?
Kidderminster, and then they went bust, and then he came back, and then they nearly bet West Ham, which they should have done. Fuck. God damn, should have bet them. If I say Die Hard, you would say
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I told everybody about a film, and I couldn't remember the name of it. And you'll never guess what.
Still can't remember the name of it.
Still can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Criminal, right? It's on Netflix. I sent you a screenshot of it, I think. Kevin Costner, Ryan Reynolds. Okay? I'll let you guess which one of them's Bert is in 1955.
It's not Ryan Reynolds.
It's definitely not Ryan Reynolds, which means it's
the other one.
Kevin Costner. Exactly. So Bruce Willis was March the 19th, and Kevin Costner is January the 18th. They are your Bertas, because the rest of them, I don't really know who any of these people are. Billy Bob Thornton. If you ever saw a film with him and
Angelina Jolie.
No. Fuck, it'll come to me. It's a hell of a sex scene. It's unbelievable. So it is like right. Kev.
Pickle. Massive news. Boom, boom, boom.
News.
Yeah, news scrolling across the screen. There is a Lego store opening in Dublin this summer. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be there for the opening. Hopefully, you know something? Know what I'd even do, right? If I had to move jobs right now, right, and become, let's say, the store manager of Lego, okay, in Dublin.
Jesus Christ.
I had no issue commuting. Yeah. I'd be on the train every morning at 6 o'clock. I would make sure I would never miss a day of work. But work in the Lego store. Oh, Pickle. Oh, man. I can't.
Yeah, but you know you can't play in it. It's, you know what I mean? It's like, You're walking in a Lego. Like you're stopping other kids from playing in it and shit. You're like, no, don't touch that. Don't touch that.
I'd have no issue. I'd just be loving Lego. And I'd be nearly hoping that they'd break it so I'd actually be able to make it again.
You'd be walking past, kicking it. Going,
Yeah.
oh, that kid's
All
after.
That's what he's after done.
Break.
Hang on a second. I'll just fix it up again.
I'll spend an hour or so fixing it. Okay, that's a highlight of your week, is it? No,
that's the highlight. You think? I'm sorry. This overshadows everything to do with the podcast. The Lego store is open in Dublin. No, some massive stuff happened this week, Pico, for us. We did do our big interview during the week. We have lots of people listening to it already. We had Mickey Joe Hart, the legend, the man himself, Mickey Joe, and he sung 2 songs for Pico. He sung
Garth Brooks,
and then he sung his hit.
We
from Eurovision.
Got the world.
Absolutely tremendous. And as you probably know, we've spoken with this guy. If you've listened from the start,
pretty much from then.
We've mentioned it probably at least 20 times, Mickey Joe's name.
Yeah.
And to reach out, I mean, Pico kind of took a punt.
Oh, massively. Yeah.
And like on the same day, the Pico messaged Mickey Joe Hart. And he messaged Ryan Reynolds. Okay.
No, not Ryan Reynolds.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Mickey Joe replied. Matthew just hasn't replied just yet.
He just hasn't seen it. Busy.
Unbelievable to get Mickey Joe on.
I was class. And look, it's like we got like at the. I'll be honest, right? Before we did the interview, right? Kev was saying to me, right, Kev, all right, Pico, right. Listen, like just be professional, and just like own it. You know, we pretend like we've been doing this for years, and just be cool. But then when you watch it, right, which Kev probably hasn't, right? The two of us are like the biggest fanboys sitting there, like, hey, Mickey.
And he talked a lot. We didn't need to ask a lot of questions. He just kept talking,
which meant that he felt comfortable talking to us, which I thought was brilliant. And the back I've got from it, the talk back I've got from it, the response I've got from it back to people has been that he just seems like such a down to earth bloke. And I'm like, of course he is. He's Irish. And he knows how to fucking sing and play guitar. All those people are dead on. But no, Kev, bucket list, as I always say, tick. For us, that's one off the list. We already had
Eve,
we had Eve, which was the Olympian that we want. The fucking a hero. You know what I mean? Like Niall McNamee is practically going to be added to that bucket list because he's going to be a fucking absolute star. So he is. But no, it was brilliant, Kevin. And look, obviously from a more local level, then. If you bought the Democrat this week, guys, on the front page, you will see our mugs on the top left-hand corner of it. If you fast forward 18 pages, you will see a full page spread, which I was not expecting.
I was expecting like a little corner on the left-hand side,
Yeah, and there's pictures of me and Kev in our communion outfits, which is good. I can't believe he actually used one of them. But it was a great article. It was good. They highlighted what we talk about, Kev.
Yeah,
mental health, our own issues. They talked a bit more of stealing stuff off us. You know what I mean? Like it was good fun. Like it was. I couldn't believe they actually put that in. And I was like, wow, people might actually believe in it. But yeah, it was. It's been an unbelievable week, Kev. It really. It's
probably the best we've had up for the show so far. And we're over a year in.
Yeah, and also we've had a rake more followers as well on Instagram and Facebook, which is obviously the whole point. You know what I mean? We want to get out there. I started thinking this week that maybe we should do a TikTok page, but I don't know how to do TikTok. You're the king of that.
I know how to do TikTok, but the trouble is to do TikTok, we kind of need to be together.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So what we might do is we will be seeing each other for the first time in weeks before on
Christmas.
Saturday.
Have you seen this is Christmas? I don't even know.
No, I didn't see you before. It was before Christmas I seen you.
Oh yeah, when I nearly passed COVID to you in the selection box. Yeah. So we're going to see you Saturday, guys. On Saturday, myself and Kev and his son Evan are heading over to Nottingham Forest, who are playing Stoke. Nottingham Forest are currently sitting 6th in the Championship, on their way to the Premier League. Remember, I'm a Villa fan, but I do love Forest.
I did say last week, didn't I? If they go up, I'm going to get it to, no, maybe I said it to my son.
Okay.
I told my son, if they get promoted, I'm going to get a tattoo of the crest on my penis. Now, I don't think I'll do that, but yeah, that's what I told my son.
Why are you in your penis?
Conversations I have with my son, but yeah.
Wow, hey, Jesus Christ, wow, brilliant. But no, we can't wait for that. Look, we'll put some videos up and shit, when we're away and that, so we will. Maybe we'll do a Nottingham would you rather or something like that, okay? And if I could get Kev to run onto the pitch or something stupid, or get him to send Evan on to get a jersey, that'd be even better. But look at Kev, hell of a week, man.
Big week.
Please God,
Other stuff that happened this week, Pico.
keeps rolling.
In the world itself, okay. The guards have new uniforms.
Yes,
Have you seen them? Absolutely fantastic. Fair play.
I meant to actually mention this to you. Yeah, it's brilliant. They look like they've just walked off the set of Home and Away and Neighbours.
It looks class.
It's brilliant.
Fair play to them. Yeah,
That's comfy.
Yeah,
that'd be the word to use. Comfy. It looks comfy.
I think it looks great. And if you were looking to join the Garda Síochána now, they're now enrolling again. So you'll be wearing new clothes, new stuff.
I'd love to do it. I think I'd be a good guard. You know what I mean? Like,
you might be able to catch too many lads.
No, but that's why I'd be good. Like, you know what I mean? You get away from me, like, you know what I mean? But
you're all looking for Garda office staff. You could do that.
I could do that. Like, what's that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's been arrested 4 times in the last 12 months. Yeah, we better let him go again, or something stupid like that. Like,
no, let's not slag off the Garda Síochána, because just in case one of us do decide to apply for the guards.
I think we're too old, Kev.
No, you're never too old. You're never too old.
That's what she said. Another thing that happened this week, Kev, did you know that men who send unsolicited dick pics now face 2 years in jail? Cyber flashing.
Thank fuck that wasn't around, but I was younger.
The cyber flashing, and this is a topic that is coming up later on, no pun intended, right? Cyber flashing is when a person is sent an unsolicited sexual image on their mobile device by an unknown person online through social media, messaging, or even airdropping. Currently, there is no law which addresses cyber flashing in England and Wales, despite the act being made illegal in Scotland around 12 years ago. That's because of the fucking scarts. What do you call them? The kilts. So, yeah, the move intends to reflect penalties for incident exposure in the public. Cyber flashing is set to be included in the Sexual Offences Act of 2003.
I don't know how I haven't been arrested for. No, I never did cyber flashing. Just the whole, all a bit.
Yeah,
I've been naked a lot. Okay?
Yeah,
like a lot. Like, I don't know if I said this, but probably be come up with one night after working in the nightclub, Pickle.
Yeah,
we headed back to one of the lads' houses. We were having a couple of drinks, bit of a crack. We started playing charades, right?
Good.
And the losing group of charades had to do a forfeit, right? So I think I did say that story. At one stage, I was forfeited to eat and gone off jam and something else, gone off cheese. Lovely. On the sandwich, and I said, "No, not doing that." I went out of a dicky tummy like that. It was okay. Kevin streak, went down the street and streak up and down the street. So he was living around where Brendan Reed's was. So literally took the clothes off. But I didn't realize the time of day. This is 6:30 in the morning. People were walking around the street. It was morning time. So I streaked from Park Street up to Oscars and back down. So a bit of a jog. But I was naked. Not a bother to me, and nothing was done. So
of course there wasn't, Kev. Jeez, I thought you were going to say you're playing, like, if you did charades and you got the film Anaconda, like, that'd be the easiest one for you to do, like, you know what I mean, like, or if you had to do like a live, because well, it's more an aeroplane, not a helicopter, but you get what I mean. Like.
Okay, yeah.
But look at Kev. Before
Black
we
Hawk Down,
Black Hawk Down, that'd be a good one actually. Yeah, right. But yeah, apart from the week, other stuff happened this week, and we're going to chat about it later on in the opinion section. Kev, isn't that correct?
Meow.
Yeah, meow is right. Wow, what an idiot! Right, Kev, hit me with what you described before we went on air as a terrible would you rather question.
We are 55 episodes in, right?
Oh my god, this is not going to be good.
This is the worst one. I think I'm going to ask. Yeah, that's the worst. Okay. Now, the only reason I'm asking you this, Pickle, is because the people I'm talking about are actually, unfortunately, they're dead. Okay, so you can answer this truthfully. Would you rather? Okay, if you're single.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good one or not. The fact that you're talking about dead people now, right? Okay.
Would you rather shag someone with your dad's face or your mum's fanny?
Oh my god, Kev. I literally can't even answer that.
Would you rather? You have to answer the question.
And
I'm not even going to even ask you reasons here.
No, I'll tell you what. Due to how oh God, this is going to make me sound even worse. I said last week that I might have lived a chunk of my life like shallow hal, right? So based on that, I'll go with the father's face. So I will. But yeah, and again, these are the things, right, that me and Kev for years like joke about and talk shit about. Okay, like it's not a big deal, right? It's fucking disgusting, but it's
I seen this and I was like, this is awful, and I was like, yeah, may as well ask.
Well, the truth is, right, guys, there's been one that we've been holding back for a live show, right? And guess what? It's next week's question. Fucking tune in, hey. But listen, I haven't had one in ages, Kev. Not like that. A rant, okay?
All right.
I sent you a picture the other day of 2 cows. And I said to you, I want to talk about this. Didn't tell you what it was, just sent you a picture of 2 cows. And I know you've told me before you don't drive, you're not allowed to have an opinion on it, car related, okay? However, why the fuck do people decide to park between Tesco and the marshes on a fucking road that is not?
So where the Gales pitch is.
It's along
the Gales pitch.
Right.
Well, it used to be lads going to work together for construction stage or heading to Dublin or wherever. And they used to be the same, say, at Ravensdale. The Ravensdale roundabout used to be the same there. Then it used to be the same also at the Castleblaney Road.
Yeah, so they're all on the big roads, and that's why they set up that traffic thing, right?
But that's where the traffic thing is. This thing, there's no thing on the Old Ardee Road.
Yeah.
A fantastic parking area for all these cars. For some reason, when I seen the pictures, like, why aren't they parking where they're meant to be parking? I don't get it. It makes no sense.
What I think it is these are people who are getting on the Matthews bus, right? Again, they are parking halfway between a free car park in Tesco, right, and whatever the hell the marshes costs, okay? You can walk
for a day, isn't it?
Yeah, you can walk that extra bit, leave 5 minutes earlier, right? But also, none of them put their wing mirrors in. I want all their wing mirrors smashed.
No, we can't condone violence.
Nope. I'm not telling somebody to go do it. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, when they get back off the bus and they come to the car and they see the wing mirror on the ground, it might teach them an important lesson, which is 1, park somewhere better, and 2, if you're going to be a twat and you're going to park there, maybe slap the wing mirror in. You know, because you're actually parking on a road.
Because another car could easily come up and flip the wing mirror.
Precisely.
It's what you mean.
Yeah, that's all. But no, it just annoyed me, right? And then we have a friend of the show, Kev, a friend together that listens to the show by the name of Phil. We love Phil. You know who I'm talking about, Kev.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Right? I want to give him
the rampant rabbit that is filled by the he hasn't stopped. Has he stopped for the last 3 years? Holy Jesus Christ, Phil!
I want to give
the most fertile man in Ireland.
Fertile man in Ireland could be at this stage, like, hey. But listen, he has a new Instagram page, right? And it's called _Ginstagram, right? So GUINNSTAGRAM, right? So basically play on Guinness and Instagram. I'm sure even you could figure that out, Kev, right? So what it basically is, right? It's like a dad's Guinness page, right? Okay. The point of it very simply is it's for, like, say, the dads at home, right? Who maybe don't get to the pub as much as they'd like. I mean, might have their nitro surge, might not, might just have normal cans, you know what I mean? But when they get to go to the pub, to make sure to go to a pub that has fucking nice Guinness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what Phil's logic is that if he ever gets out again with all the kids, right, that if he goes into a bar to have a pint of Guinness,
I don't think Kim's going to let him out of that Guinness.
Probably not, like, yeah.
Going again.
Yeah, he's going to, like, take a picture of the pint or whatever that and, like, tag the pub in it as well and be like, you know what I mean? It's like a mini little kind of review and that kind of stuff. But it's also for guys, if you have any nice Guinness glasses at home or stuff like that, stick a picture of them up on it. But check it out. It's on Instagram, guys. Go in and follow the page. Phil's a class guy. Love him to bits. Wanted to give him a shout, okay? Kev, what's on Monday? The 14th of February.
Oh, this Valentine's Day. Pico. Okay. Before we get on to Valentine's Day.
Okay.
As you know, we talk about equal rights a lot on this page, okay, on this podcast, right?
Do we? Okay.
Yeah, we
Used
do.
to
We
be,
always
right,
talk about
okay.
everyone's the same. Everyone's the same. But I keep bringing this point because then people want to be treated differently. Okay. On the 13th is Galentine's Day. Okay. So girls can go out and be friendly with each other or have the crack with each other. Like, what's Cockatine's Day or Valentine's Day? No, lads don't do that anymore. And even if you're watching TV 3 in the morning or wherever, any shows up he's on in the morning. I know I'm working from home, but the TV is on in the background. Oh, we go, this is what I'm for a girls' night out. Where's your fucking husband? Where's your fucking husband or your boyfriend? I mean, where's your night out with him? Oh, I don't get dressed up as much for my boyfriend as I do for the girls. Okay, I don't get dressed. Listen, I don't get dressed up as much for my husband as I do for the girls. Okay, and you wonder, these women wonder why the husband is having an affair with a young one. But I'll be honest, like, dress. If you think that's okay, if you think that's actually normal and okay to do that, you're the problem. You're the problem. And then you're going to have men, and well, it's his fault. His fault. It's his fault. I'm sorry. You've said it yourself. You dress up more for the girls and do for your husband.
Wow.
Because women dress up for women. Okay, it's what they were saying. That's okay. Right. Still dress up for your husband. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can't always just dress down like. But listen, Kev, what I point of asking you what Monday was is because obviously we did
a lot of polls.
Yeah, this is our Valentine's Day episode. Yeah. Okay, so guys, because
sorry about my little rant there.
Yeah. Because of what we're going to talk about, we had to let Kev have that moment, right? So basically, because it's Valentine's episode, we're going to talk a lot of sex tonight, right? A lot of different things sex related.
Love is in the air.
Barry White is currently playing in the background. Okay.
Around.
And you wouldn't sing with Mickey Joe Hart. What the fuck, hey? What the fuck?
Well, maybe you shouldn't have.
I don't care. This is the thing, right? You listen back and you're like, man, you are shocking. But Kev, at what stage in our lives, right, did we ever think, one, we would have a podcast, right? Two, we would get Mickey Joe Hart to come on to it, sing the fucking song, and also go, hey, lads, make sure you join in. No problem, Mickey. No fucking problem, mate. I've been singing it all day. I can sing it with you, buddy. But yeah, Kev, we did some polls. Okay. Man, my throat is fucking killing me. Right. First question was, will you get your partner a Valentine's Day card? Kev, will you get your wife a Valentine's Day card? Yeah.
I don't want to surprise her, but yes, I will.
Well, I'll tell you the surprise. I'll tell you the surprise my wife's getting from the Valentine's Day card. Okay. 83% of people said yes. 17% of people said no. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's no problem. Okay. In relation to buying Valentine's Day cards, myself and the wife have a bit of a actually, like, just go grab a card. Like, so we happened to be at a certain shop the other day, right? I think it was last Saturday.
You were
right?
joint.
No, I think it might have been deals, right? I think it might have actually, it was deals. It was deals, right? Because we were heading to coffee time, right? And we were walking down the cards, and I was like, oh, look, there's a card that says husband. And she's like, oh, look, there's one that says wife. I'm like, right, don't look. Like, went up to the till. I paid for mine. She paid for hers. Put them underneath the buggy. Separate. So, hey, who knows what card we might get each other. It's the love is in the air, as you sang, Kev. The love is in the air, man.
Yeah.
But
it is. That's what it is.
Like it is. Like, it gets to a point. And again, we're going to get to the question now, right? Because it's important to what I'm talking about, right? But is it still a big deal, Kev? Like, you're married 11, 12 years, right? I'm now 10 this year, right? Like, is Valentine's Day, of all the fucking days, which is every fucking day, does Valentine's Day make any difference?
You do. You try a little bit harder. You might. I'm back at boxing, right? I'm back at boxing.
So you might be there.
So I'm not going to be there. I'll be at boxing Monday night. But we love it. Sometimes you have.
Look, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second, Kev, because I got my sexy assistant with her crazy eyes looking at me, right? My wife, you're talking about going to boxing Monday night. That's fair enough. My wife will be working late on Monday, so there's Valentine's Day ruined, right? Okay, so what I did was I took a couple hours off on Tuesday morning, and I'm going to take her out for a lovely romantic breakfast.
Oh, aren't
The
you cute?
day, aren't they cute? And every woman is sitting at home listening to this going, oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Because of a nice cake. But
Where
Kev, you're right.
Where are you going? Coffee time for
No, not
Michael
coffee
Buddy?
time. No, we'll probably go maybe Park Cafe or Bowes Rhine or something. She does like grilled eggs Benedicto. So she does like so. But Kev, you're going to boxing on Monday night.
Going to box
She
Monday night.
can't
So
be
we might-
impressed with that.
No, I don't think she knows.
Good
But
man.
no, we'll either do something. Maybe do something afterwards. So I won't be home that late. So we'll do something afterwards. Have a bit of crack, and hopefully get some sexy time.
Sexy time. Hey, come here. Chocolate or flowers?
Oh, see, this is where you get. This is where it always works.
Yeah.
Tip, and I give this tip to many men before. Okay, never buy.
Hey.
Why are you whispering to? I
No,
can still hear you.
I was like a cough. No,
It was hey. When you were calling your wife,
you got to get me a can in the fridge.
you don't need another one. You said you weren't going to have another one.
I know, yeah.
So, never buy a woman a bunch of flowers
Why are you not buying a bunch of flowers?
because a bunch of flowers will get you the right.
Bunch
Okay,
of flowers to get you the right. Okay.
pretty much.
Look at this.
Okay.
Give
A
me
bunch
back
of-
these
A
rockets,
bunch
yeah.
of flowers gets you the right. Okay, which is all good. Okay,
Yeah.
better one for you.
Right. What's better than that?
Buy a single red rose
Well, a single red
Okay.
rose. Okay.
for as long as you want. Maybe once a week, once a month. You get the ride.
So,
every time you get
instead of a bunch of flowers for one ride, you're on an
Yeah.
individual flower
Yeah.
for multiple rides.
multiple rides.
Wow. Would that not
Yes.
wear off like with her? We should not be like, I know what you're doing here. It's not. It's been the
But
fucking
it's a win-win
17th day.
situation. She gets a rose, and she gets an orgasm, and you get to come. Like what's it's 3 boards at one stone. It's not even 2 boards at one
Wow.
stone. This is 3 boards at one stone.
I need to pay 3
They get a-
boards, 1 stone. Right. I'll remember that. Right. I haven't got a piece of paper near
She
me.
gets a
Right.
ride, she gets to come. You get a ride, you get to come, and she gets a rose. What more? It's a win-win-win situation.
I think that's like 5 boards at 1 stone, Kev. Well, most people went chocolate. So, therefore, they're mainly thinking, feed me, don't fuck me.
But then chocolate's a bit of an aphrodisiac as well.
Might have to get another camera and another microphone for this one. This is a great episode.
But you're that good.
I'm that good, yeah. No, I am like, hey, listen.
Yeah, like a box of milk tray is going to last longer than you anyway.
Milk tray would last longer than me, but that is not the point. She doesn't like milk tray, but she likes me, I think. Right.
What would your chocolate, if you want to buy a box of chocolates for your wife?
If I could buy a box of mint Aero chocolates, I would, but that's not possible. So I would buy her Ferrero.
Dairy milk. That's dairy milk. Not the box, the cream box with Ferrero Rocher.
Where's the camera?
I can see the Ferrero Rocher. Oh, that's
there's
a white
2.
one. That's a Raffaello.
Why am I not near the camera? I have no idea how this camera
That's a
works.
Raffaello.
Yeah, Raffaello. Yeah. But listen. Well, I'm not going to eat them. But listen.
Well, give me one. Make sure you keep me one of them for Saturday, will you?
Keep one for
I love the
Saturday.
Raphael.
Yeah, no bother. Be melted in my pocket by the time we get off the plane. Here was a good one, Kev, right? Because you'll never guess how women voted in this one, right? Would you rather for Valentine's a dirty night away or a romantic meal?
39 away.
Yeah, but, right? So 54% of people said a romantic meal, 46% of people, 58% of people want chocolates, right? The other ones want flowers, right?
Okay.
46% of people said dirty night away. Now, I don't know how the maths work on this, right? But about 95% of that 46% of people, right, were women, which I fucking love. I nearly wanted to
brings me
write
back to the rose. It brings me back to the rose,
brings you
meow
back
flower.
to the rose, hey. But
Yeah.
I nearly wanted to message each one of them individually, just going,
Any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Any chance? No, you single? No, all right, okay. So it was, but yeah, look, they were the polls that we did. Obviously, just all to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit on Valentine's Day. But Kev, obviously, we have loads of topics in relation to Valentine's Day and sex that we're going to get through now. Okay, first one is definitely not sex related. Okay, do you remember making Valentine's Day cards when we were little ladies, little fucking babies, little kids in Darver? And who did you make them for?
It was only for me, mammy.
Not me. I remember who I gave one of them cards to, because I didn't get one back.
And you want to? People have heard the story loads of times before of us not getting a chance when I'm in school.
But this was a card. Like literally, all you do is give the card. You're not giving it. I was just giving a card.
And you're giving it over to. I actually think I gave one to Tracy Lynch before.
Mine was Yvonne. So it was.
Yvonne Kane.
Yeah, see, I remember Yvonne lived close. Like Janice was down that road. Yvonne was up that road. You know what I mean?
Well, you said you weren't going to say surnames, but yes,
I didn't say surnames. I said down the road. Up the, you did before. Yeah.
I just did there again.
Oh, did you? I think you did. Yeah. I always remember making them though because I was trying to think because Emma's now like, oh, do like I give a Valentine's Day card and all this. I'm like, no, unless you make them in school, like we used to.
This a towny thing. Like this wouldn't happen in the country. The country, when the more advanced, is more advanced in the town now.
Oh, thanks, Kev. You make it sound like I'm one of them. I really appreciate that. So do you, like, oh, Camille, meant to say as well, guy. We were talking about this week, Kev. We had a huge shout out to Rock Salt, okay, who gave us a €75 meal voucher for two for Saturday, this Saturday, which was yesterday, if you're listening on Sunday, but whatever it was, Saturday the 12th, not to confuse things.
I hope they enjoyed the meal.
We hope you enjoyed the meal. It was won by the partner of one of our former schoolmates, which was she was Colleen O'Cleary, obviously Sean. Kane was the guy that was in our class. So he was. So yeah, we did the draw tonight just before this, which is Thursday, obviously. So yeah, well done. Hopefully you have a fantastic night. And also, Sean, you're welcome, mate. I mean, we just saved you like a shitload of cash. You don't have to put any effort in now. Jeans, we short on you in the road.
Well, instead of having tasty bites out there in Cross McGlen, which would be probably their local chippy, they're heading towards, what do you call it, the Rock Salt and Dundalk.
Heading for the town to the archive. Hey. So look, I was thinking about Valentine's Day, right? And I was thinking about a bit of shifting, right? Or as the foreigners don't know what shifting is, listen to us, a bit of kissing with the tongue, okay? Kev, we've had partners for a long time, okay? Can't remember how many years, but definitely been longer than most prison sentences. Could you ever imagine shifting somebody else? As in, like, the awkwardness of it, because it's like a new mouth, a new face, like. You have to think about it though, like, because you're like, could I? It's like, I don't know. Like, what do you?
That awkward phase of how far do you put your tongue in, how far do you not put your tongue in, and many. Do you twirl it around, or do you let her lead with the tongue, or how would you go? So that kind of goes into it. And sorry, it wasn't tasty, but just super bites across.
Oh, super bites, okay.
So credit to super bites, absolutely lovely chips. But yeah, like I often say to me, I wonder what it's like to shag a different fanny, like or even to see a different fanny. But what does fannies look like now? A new fanny, like.
I don't know. They're normally like about the size of my screen on my phone.
I hope not. If you're talking your wife's fanny the size of your screen,
you know what I mean. That's what I want to look like now, and I'm like, they look like because they're on the phone, Kev. Okay. Oh my God.
I feel sorry for your wife.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But no, don't even imagine that as Kev. It's because me and you have probably crossed tongues once, I'd say, when we were drunk, right? But did you have to change how you kissed? Yeah. See, there's an next question. So you would have been starting off, right, kissing your wife like you were kissing all the other young ones, and then she turned around to you and was like,
what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing to me face?
Yeah.
So she made you change it, yeah?
Oh, yeah, she made me change it.
Daddy, so I'm not the only one. Daddy.
Like, let's be honest, right? I've got quite a big head, right?
Yeah.
And quite a big mouth, and quite big lips. Okay. If I was Dennis Rodman, okay, I'd nearly get away being Dennis Rodman. Okay. My wife has a very small head, okay, and a small face, and small lips. Okay, so literally, I could literally take up her face if I wanted to with my mouth. Yeah. So I did have to change my kissing. Where I kissed, because otherwise I could have swallowed her.
Yeah, and you don't need to do that, Kev. So you don't like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, see, Valentine's Day, you gotta love these memories you do, like, you know what I mean? Slightly separate then, Kev.
And probably like when I think back, I probably inhaled a lot of people's faces back in the day. So for anyone I did shift back in the day, I do apologize because
we talked about that, like how you never took a breath. You know what I mean? It was just slobbering.
No, I'm not even talking when
Like-
I was 16. I'm talking maybe when I was 20.
You're on about like a week before I met my wife, right? So, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Right,
I could have been inhaling people. Like
The people looking like Ally McBeal on the face after you're finished with them, Kev. They never looked as great. But look, did you ever ring a sex line?
ever ring a sex? No.
Why? What are you on about? Of course you did. We all did shit like this, whether it was
No.
landlines at home.
No, I never. No, I never. Because what's the point of ringing Mary or what do you what do you call it? Let's say Savannah or India or
Big
Amazon,
trades. Big trades. like, you know.
Amazon or Margaret Ann. You know what I mean? I'm here flicking me bean. I'm
Where are
here.
you ringing? Like, where are you ringing? Coventry or something? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
here.
what the fuck?
I'm here stroking me clit by Valentine's story. And the way do you see? I'm after sticking a butt plug up me arse. You know what I mean? Like, you can't imagine it. Like, you can't imagine it. Like, I remember ringing some young one before, and she was telling me what she was doing, but I didn't pay for that. Do you know what I mean? But apart from the 20 cent a minute, but like, it wasn't $4.99 for fucking 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, no.
All right, okay. Well, I
Lucky enough, I
have.
didn't have to.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Did you?
Yeah.
And what did it say to you?
Oh, it's the usual. It's like somebody will be with you.
Not that part.
No, but wait. In 1 minute, these calls are charged at $3.99 per minute. Right?
So you've been charged from then.
Oh yeah, and it tells you. So that's what I mean. Like, there's this slow voice comes on, right? And it says like your call will be taken in 1 minute, but then it says it's like $3.99 per minute. You know what I mean? So yeah,
It's like, hurry up the fuck! I'm
yeah,
halfway there.
it's like, what's she doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did she just kind of say, right, I'm going to the bog? You know what I mean? Just stick on the old guy to tell him I'll be back in a minute. Like, you know what I mean? But no, but you're right. We talked about Babe Station before. You know what I mean? During the day, Babe Station comparison to nighttime Babe Station. Big fucking difference. So there isn't that. Like, okay. But I know you might have said you never had sex lines, Kev. I know for a fact. A little bit of sex text.
Oh yeah.
Look at the face. Look at the face. The innocence. Oh yeah, maybe once, maybe twice. Yeah. Can I tell you a story?
There's nothing better.
Yeah,
well, there is a lot better, but it's good at a crack. Like.
It's good. But let me tell you a story, right? Do you remember a phone by the name of a Philips Savvy?
No.
Tiny, right? But really small screen, right? So if you were sending a text, you didn't see the text going down, the text went across, right?
Okay.
So you'd be trying to send like a dirty text back to someone, right? Okay. But you'd have to keep pressing the arrow to go back to see if you did, and then you'd press the arrow to go back to the other part of the text, and then you'd send something, you'd be right, okay, let me check that, and you go all the way back, and all the way back, right? Horrible phone for it. You want to know why? Because when she sent you something back, a text, you could only see like 1.5 words at a time. You know what I mean? So
you'd be trying to knock one out, and you'd be trying to
and scroll at the same time, but you'd also be reading and it'd be like, I am really hot. What's me? Okay, I can't wait to have you. You know, it's just
it was nearly like a guessing game.
It was nearly like a guess. It's like, what could possibly be the next thing that she's going to say to me that's just going to finish the job here? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, you definitely did this a lot, Kev.
I took part on occasions
with people you were seeing, or with like, I don't mean random people, but people you're in, say, a sexual relationship with, or people that you were maybe trying to get into a sexual relationship.
A bit of both. And then I remember I did tell a story about a girl through text that from what do you call it? Ran a fast at random dialing numbers and stuff like that. And
yeah.
So like a bit of crack like that. Then there was people you might be trying to get into their knickers, and then there people you're wearing their knickers. And then it was kind of, yeah, sure, why not?
You know who loves sex texting?
Who?
You know, we don't say names on the show, right? Okay. So before we move on to the next topic, I'm just going to say Ennis. And you know,
No comment.
No comment. Good name though. Right, Kev.
If that ever comes out, we're fucked.
I think we should maybe on episode 180, right? Tell that story, right?
I know, there's no point.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, sure. It's only leaving Saturday anyway. I wouldn't worry about it. Never got you anywhere in life anyway, so it didn't. Right. I had asked you a couple of weeks ago a question that you couldn't really answer. And I don't really remember what it was, but I think I have an alternative to it now.
I love how we're so professional on this.
We are. But it's because we're so relaxed. You know what I mean? We don't have a producer sitting beside us telling us what to say. You know what I mean? So, we're doing this on our own, man. We're doing it on our own. Tell me and tell everybody, Kev, where is the most bizarrest place you've had sex? Or the slightly out of the norm? You know what I mean?
On a balcony.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say something. It might ruin.
If you on a balcony or on a stairs on holidays, it's one or the other.
But on the stairs or on the flat bit when you're about to go up the next
on
stairs?
The stairs.
Really?
Yeah, I would not recommend that.
No, hey, like the balcony, yeah.
The balcony, yeah, but I would say the balcony. But the balcony, I think we are seen, but yeah.
Yeah, and people get seen there. There's been videos of people, you know what I mean? Sort of have. People get caught. It's a public place, Kev. Anybody can get caught. Be careful, guys. Do the stairwell. Don't do balconies. You could get caught. Line that one up for you nicely. For me, right? For anybody watching right now, there's a reason why Kev has his hand over his face. And I'm not gonna say why. And it's not that I recorded him or okay, but somebody might have done, right? But no, nobody recorded Kev, I don't think, having sex on a balcony. For me, Kev, right? Honda Civic.
When were you in a Honda Civic?
In college.
Oh, you talked about that person before, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Cheers for the car, Al. So it was, that or maybe
it wasn't even her car, it was your mate's car.
Yeah, it was Al's car, yeah. So it was it was better than the college bar toilet. So I was hey, good times, good different person, different life ago, and a jacuzzi pool. That'd probably be the two best.
Jacuzzi pool.
Yeah, like a pool has a jacuzzi in it.
Was that on honeymoon?
Couldn't possibly give that information.
You couldn't possibly comment on that.
Couldn't possibly comment on that, so I couldn't. You know what I mean?
I'm just. Sorry, I just need to interrupt, right? But I'm after going to the Super Bites website, right? The takeaway we just talked about, right?
And you're starving.
There was a takeaway, right? On a bit of a restaurant. On the appetizers, the starters, right? Homemade soup. Okay, normal enough.
Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
Normal enough. Chicken goujons, normal enough. For takeaway. Now you ready? Egg mayonnaise. What the fuck is an egg mayonnaise? Dude, on the starter of a takeaway. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
There's bound to be something else on it that's maybe that it goes nicely with.
That's what it is. I think it must be a restaurant, so you must be able to get. And it says restaurant, but it's a strange thing to have on your.
You wouldn't normally see that on a menu like that.
No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't. You know what I mean? Hey,
must be a cross McGlen thing.
Possibly is, Kev. Give me 1 second, Kev. Right. So what I was going to say to you was, right, we mentioned the thing earlier on about this new law, England, Wales, that's coming in about the dick pic.
Unsolicited dick pics, yeah.
Unsolicited. So unsolicited or solicited?
Solicited
is you wanted it. No, is that what?
Can I send you a dick pic? And you're like, yeah. So you're allowed to send a dick pic.
Yeah, but I think it should be more like, will you send me one? Yes, not can I send you one? Yeah, okay. I don't know what that's going to be. So many of them have you sent, Kev? And what type of camera did you use? And did it have a stand?
No, it was always, if I sent a dick pic, it was consensual. It was asked for.
I'm just more intrigued by how you took the picture. As in, did you put it on the fridge? Did you put the camera on the fridge?
No, aim down. If you aim down, it even elongates it even more. Now, on occasion, I've stood in front of a mirror and took a picture.
On occasion.
Of a selfie. But it not being a selfie, it being a picture of the mirror. and you're standing there with the todger in your hand, like I've sent a numerous, and mostly to my wife, just to on a random day, you could take it before I may have me shower, out of the shower, take a picture, send it later on in the day. So she's something nice to look at it, or something dodgy look at during when she's in work.
Yeah, but if she opens that up in work.
On lunch break.
Yeah, so more people around in lunch, right? Okay. She opens it up at lunchtime and somebody walks past and it's like,
the fuck is that?
What's she looking at? What the fuck is she looking at? She's looking at porn, right? She could get a bad name in the office then. So she could, you know what I mean? And then she'd have to stand up in front of somebody and be like, no, it's okay. That's my man. That's
my boy. That's my boy.
Right? Yeah, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. I ain't to say
you send it. Would you still send a dick pic?
No, not mine anyway. Why would I send mine? I mean,
well, how about the next time I send a picture of mine to yours, and then you can send mine to whoever you want to send it to.
But I would have to send it to somebody who's not in this house for them to know. Hey, that might be his. You know what I mean? Like, hey, no, never be a fool unless you're Kev, right? Every man out there, right? Whether you have anaconda going on, right? Whether you have micro penis, whatever it is, right? Do yourself a favor. When you're asked for a dick pic, send somebody else's, okay?
No.
Don't send your own.
Send your own.
Don't.
Why? Because you're going to be disappointed if the relationship carries on.
Well, I wouldn't have got the response that I got if I had sent mine. Just saying. So I'm like, but yeah, no. It's amazing what you can find.
How did you break it to her? Or how did you break it to her that this is what you actually have?
Oh well, no. One, she never found out. And
so two, you just grow up.
No, it never happened. It was a long time ago. It never happened. So back then you didn't give a fuck. Like, the other one, how can I word this in a appropriate manner? Her sensations weren't as good as her vision. So if it was a dark room and she maybe couldn't remember what she saw on the phone to what was going on, I think that's a normal-ish way to put that across without saying what I want to say. And the normal,
you mean you blindfolded her with a bag and you just slipped it in?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like, how the fuck do you know these things, man? Jesus Christ, we know each other way too long, so we do. Like, but yeah, no, I always went for the, hey, you know what? You're better off not seeing that. Okay, if you want to have to do with me, don't look down. But no, apart from that, look, it's all good, Kev. This is like the sexiest episode we've ever done. So it is like.
And have you ever received on the opposite side?
Yes.
Of the picture?
Yes.
Nothing better than that, boy. Nothing better than that.
Yeah, nothing better. Fair play. Cheers.
There's nothing better than that. I would encourage it more.
See, to me, it's more a surprise because
if you, I'm just saying, right? Solicited dick pics, right? Lads seem to do it an awful more than, like, if you got an unsolicited fanny snap, would you be complaining?
No.
Just saying.
Well, unless it was like
blew off.
Yeah. Oh man. Or like if it was some like 87-year-old granny who didn't really know what she was doing.
Like Madonna.
She's probably nearly that age, is she? Oh my God. Did you see Anne Marie falling down the stairs at the Brits? Brilliant. Oh no, that wasn't brilliant. I know she's a fan of the show, right? I hope your left ankle's all right. But mother of God, that looked like a fucking ankle breaker. Yeah. So it did, like, hey, all football players. She kept singing, didn't she? No?
Oh, she got up. She stood up and she kept going on.
Fucking star. Remember the time Madonna fell off the stage with her cape? That was hilarious. So it was like.
Now, that could have broke her hip.
At that age, Kev, she's lucky you ever go up again. Hey. So she did, like, hey. Well, come here. I was going to start asking you a different question, but I know this is more a secret thing for you, Kev. What do you call that thing? You know, like, it's a thing that you like, but it's like a secret thing. What do you call that? Like a pet fucking thing or something? Like, you know, if you had a box of stuff.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Like a secret
chest.
Yeah, right. I know you have one of them, right? And you've openly talked about it on the show, right?
I have not.
Okay, sorry. Somebody else in your house does that you partake with.
I have not.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. We're not going to talk about sex toys. That's fair enough. That's no problem.
I think sex toys are a good addition to any relationship. I would encourage if men, I wouldn't be scared of a sex toy. It could enhance the relationship.
Depends where it goes, Kev.
But
Depends where it goes.
I wouldn't be inserting a 6-inch dildo up my hole. And I wouldn't wouldn't want to be pegged.
Well, you said last week you would.
Well, if I was going to lose someone, then yeah.
Yeah, like you're not going to the City North. You know what I mean?
No,
so
I'm not.
Like, hey, man, the City North's going to get in trouble. Like.
So, like, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't object to sex toys. Sex toys, as I said, enhances a relationship, and you could have numerous different types. And yeah, so guys, go for it.
Experimentation is vital to a healthy.
And what would you call it, Pickle? If you had a sex toy, or if your wife had a sex toy, would you have a name for the sex toy?
Jesus, a name. I always like the name like Pedro or like
Pedro.
MacGyver. I'd call it MacGyver.
Good name.
Brilliant name. That man could get out of anything.
He can fix things.
Yeah, but he can also get out of it.
Yeah.
Which could be important, the pair where he ends up going in. Got to make sure he can get out. Yeah, there's no sliding the match under the door and that, so there's not, like, you know what I mean? Kev, we're going to come towards the end, right, of the topics, and we're going to end it in a far nicer note. Okay?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at MacGyver or Pedro. I don't know which to spell.
I think they're good names. I think they're good. And there's a reason for the MacGyver. You know what I mean? Because we know he can get in and we know he can get out. Right? No trouble done. Right?
Of any tight situation.
Any tight situation, that man is the fucking king, hey, right? But we're going to end it now on a far nicer note. Not sex anymore, Kev, right? Have you a way of answering your partner, your wife? I always say partner. People are going to think you have a husband.
I'm gay. Yeah, I'm not gay.
Yeah, your wife. Have you a way of answering her? And like, you know, girls, you ask a lot of questions, like a lot, okay? But have you like a generic answer now, Kev? That, you know what I mean? Instead of having to have an actual conversation.
Yeah, no bother.
Is that what it is?
No bother.
So like, can we go to this? Or will you? No bother.
Yeah, no bother. Well, Kevin, can you get some sticks out for the fire? No bother. Can you wash the windows? No bother. But otherwise, you could get into a conversation you don't really want to be into. And
exactly, right.
It ends the conversation when you want it to end the conversation. It's a finisher. It's a full stop. There's nothing else that needs to be added to it.
Yeah. Well, I've seen an old episode of 2.5 Men, which
I don't even know if a sore chest, but
you have a sore chest. Oh, mother of God! I know we're going to Nottingham in 2 days, Kev, but come on, you need some grub. Go over the fucking cross. Get some egg meal.
Super bites.
Yeah, get some egg meal.
Yeah.
That should be grand. But there was an episode.
I'm just saying, Sean and Colleen.
Yeah, let us
know.
know.
The super bites. Tell them they've been advertised numerous times on the show.
Yeah, and the next time you just get food out of it, just get a wee side portion of egg meal. Send a picture of it to the show, right? And just let us know what it looks like, because there has to be something to it, so it does, like, right? But 2.5 Men, Kev. Do you ever watch it? Charlie Sheen, brilliant, right? But it was an old episode.
And then Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, that's when I got shite, right? Okay, but it was an old episode where obviously Charlie used to drink a lot. Okay, mine's me very much myself. Okay, and he'd basically say absolutely. So she'd be talking, and he'd be watching telly. I'd be absolutely right, and it made me think. Fuck, I think I'm starting to do this, right? Turns out I am. Of course, that's it. You know what I mean? You go hang up them clothes, of course. Will you run up and grab something? Of course. You know, don't even let it finish sense. Of course. You know what I mean? Like, we go into the bin again. We all know from previous episodes that's like a fucking relay race. Of course. Because as you said, Kev, that's the end of it then. There's no extra question.
And it's peace.
It is. That's all we're looking for.
It's all we want. It's peace.
Like, You know that thing.
There's two. Like, there's three. People say there's two ways to a man's heart. Heart. I don't say art, but there's two. There's two ways to a man's heart. Okay, and people say, there's two ways: food and sex. There's three ways: peace, food, and sex.
So basically, you're going
us,
through his ears.
Leave us alone. Just leave us alone.
We don't need many things. We said this before about things that make men happy, right? And most of them are free, right?
Yeah.
One of them is just
just leave us alone.
Just hush. Just silence. And that.
It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely.
It's. I think it's one of the best presents you can give a man. And hey,
my wife
Valentines.
My wife would say, "What do you want for your birthday?" Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
And I don't mean on earth, right? I just mean around me. But guys, it's Valentine's Day.
I don't care if Ukraine gets invaded by Russia. It doesn't really bother me.
No.
But just give me peace.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's Valentine's weekend, guys. So when you listen to this, and maybe if the woman's saying to you Sunday, or what we do tomorrow, or on Monday, she's like, right, okay, what are we going to do this afternoon? You're going to go, nothing. Do you want to give me a present? Fuck off.
You go on out. Have a Galentine's Day if you want to. Bring the kids with you, though.
Of course. Kids. Yeah, this whole thing about the mom goes and the kids stay at home.
Nah, no
Fuck that, right? That shit's got to stop, right?
You that Sunday, didn't you? You that last Sunday.
Yeah, last Sunday is right. Somebody went for a lovely, and a shout out to the character, she went for a lovely full body rub massage thingy. She answered all the questions I had, which was towel over the bum, any clothes on, any clothes not on, all that kind of stuff. So I now know how it works. Also lied to me and told me it was a woman that did it, but I'm pretty sure with the look in her eyes it was a man that did it. So it wasn't. She came home, but yeah,
we slip of the finger.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, Kev, she wants to know when you're free to give her Chubb's rubs.
I only slip the thumb. I don't slip the finger.
You only slip the thumb. Right. Okay, that's no good. Right, come here. I said I was going to look through the diaries, guys, right, for Valentine's Day, because you all know the stories I've already told about me being shocking in life when I was young, right? So, turns out I was so busy, Kev, on Valentine's Day every year, right? So busy that I didn't have time to write in the diary. Apart from 1998. 14. We would have been 15 that year.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. No, 13. I'm lost. When were we born, Kev? We were born in 84.
I suppose so.
Yeah. So we were 13. We were going to be 14 a month later, right? So here's how Valentine's Day for Pico went in the year 1998. Kev, what's this segment called?
Pico's Diary.
I just love the way you do that. It's so cool. Right. Okay. So on the 14th of February, right, which was Valentine's Day, it was unfortunately a Friday of that year, right? So, Pico, I found out today that Neve knows I fancy her. She didn't shift Ian at the U Club. Cinema was good.
I know who she is now.
Yeah, Neve and the rest of the girls were looking very well. Going to the Glen tomorrow night. So that's why this is rolling into a couple of days here, right? So, next day, right? Sorry, that was the Saturday. It was on a Saturday. They went to the Glen on the Sunday, okay? Now, I'm sure she'll love this, right? Because this was a long time ago, and we were all really drunk at some stage, okay? So, the Glen was good, but Janice was stoned, right? Okay, had to stay.
As you usually be.
Yes, had to stay. And this shows me being the nice guy that I am for my neighbor, okay? Had to stay outside with her. Eventually got in, didn't get a shift, but in the beginning, I got my ass felt twice. I think one of them was from
me.
Ona. Yeah, I know. She had to get back in there, didn't she? She looked well. Now, this is funny because I've just said that Janice was stoned. Okay. I ended this day by writing. She looked well. Neve, Janice, Emily, and Yvonne looked well. I was feeling some asses. Cancel culture. You're done. You're out. Right. And then just to finish off that whole weekend, sure didn't we go to school the next day? Well, we must have done. Okay. Right. Okay. No, we mustn't have done. Did nothing all day. Played a bit of basketball on the computer. Found out Brendan asked Neve last night, but she said no. Oh, Brendan. Oh, man.
Jesus.
What the fuck? I can't believe I wrote that. That can't be true. That cannot be true. Last night, this is heartbreaking for me. I'm feeling emotional already getting in my tone here, right? And it's not just me sore throat, right? But last night, so on the 15th of February, 1998, Ona said that only for she was going with someone, she would have shifted me.
Pico's finished with the podcast.
Finished with it. These fucking diaries are breaking me heart. So that was Valentine's weekend for me.
And do you think that was just her way of letting you down?
Absolutely, but a shadow of a doubt, Kev. You know what I mean? Sure, she did it every 2 or 3 weeks. I would have shifted you, but I can't. You know what I mean? So I can't. Come here. I missed something at the start of the show, Kev. I have to apologise. I got a message during the week of one of the guys asking me what happened with the story I said last week about the window in Brussels. So obviously they were like, well, Pico, you just said what happened, but what happened then when you actually went to leave the fucking hotel? So I came up with an idea that I would go down in a towel, right, to the reception, okay?
And that is some fucking sight. You imagine Pico go down in the fucking towel. It's one of these big fucking towels.
No,
That's all.
this was like 6 years ago. This was actually when I was in the middle of losing all that weight, okay? But still was a fucking sight, like, right? So the logic was I would go down, right, kind of a little bit wet, all right? And I would say that I came out of the shower, right? And I was walking over towards the bed and I slipped and I put my hand up to stop myself and I smashed the window, right? So complete accident, wasn't on purpose or anything like that, right? So I told them that. And then somebody came up to the room and checked the floor, lifted all the glass. And then we went to check out and they were like, oh, and sorry, just in relation to that room, I don't know how to do a Belgian voice, right? So I don't know what to speak. Flemish? No, was that Flemish? Yeah, what's that?
German.
Do you spit? No, I don't know what Flemish is, right? So she was like, that'll just be another €300 for room number
17.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was, like, right? And I'm like, but it was like an accident. Like I didn't mean to. I slipped. Like when I walked 7 yards from where the bathroom was to the window, I slipped. It was your fault. The floor must have been wet. So yeah, thanks. Then I have to give mate Johnny a shout out because there was 6 of us went on that trip, and he was the only one to give me any fucking money towards that. So he was. But yeah, that's what happened basically. Kev, I know you have to ask me an opinion question because we both want to talk about this. Meow. Go.
What is your opinion on the Court Zuma situation?
I think he should get a dog because dog would fucking fight back. Right? The dog would fucking bite him in the balls, right? No, I think it's animal fucking protection, animal cruelty, animal like it's not football. You know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with him being a fucking footballer. If he was Joe Soap, he'd be up on a animal cruelty court case. He'd get what do you call it? Community service.
Bullshit.
Lifting poo off the street or whatever.
Bullshit.
Like, what? Why would he not?
Right, that's bullshit.
No, but if he was a normal guy.
When even come into anybody's remit.
No, but I'm not saying we know about it. I'm just saying this is the kind of shit that would happen. Like he'd go to like one of them day courts. He'd be told to do like 20 hours community service and given like a £50 fine or something like, you know what I mean? And told never to own a cat again. But for anybody who doesn't know, Kurt Zuma, who plays for West Ham, his brother, nice guy, videoed him in his kitchen of his house, slapping his cat, dropping it onto his foot, and basically drop kicking it across the
No, stop. He did not drop kick him. It wasn't even a kick.
Was it not? Okay. I didn't see the video. I read what it was.
I seen the video, right? He gently taps him with his foot, okay? Now, yeah, he shouldn't have done it, okay? It is cruelty to animals, okay? But the reaction to arseholes, I'm sorry, but some arseholes saying he should lose his job.
Oh, yeah.
He should get banned for 6 months. Like, I'm sorry, hey, people, stop. Okay, stop. Like, if a player of his that used to play down for us, Michael Antonio, came in and he kind of asked the question. He goes, what's the difference with racism here? Like, he goes, there's footballers that are convicted racists. There was a convicted racist on the pitch and were allowed to play on after that.
Was that a dig at John Terry?
That was a thing with John Terry. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that was
yeah,
a
I
thing with
thought
John
so.
Terry.
Yeah, I thought so.
Or
Yeah,
a few others. I'm sure there's more.
yeah. No, but that was the one that always.
Yeah, that was the big one that stood
Anton
out.
Fairland and that. Like,
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean. This sort of carry on. Like talking to someone who you're fired for kicking a cat. Like what?
yeah.
Like
We don't condone it.
You know, we don't condone it. But
Yeah, of course.
if the same man was actually slapped his daughter's arse or something, would it be the same thing? Like probably not, because supposedly she can fight back.
Well, this is kind of different, but there's actually something, right? Because you said about the daughter. Somebody put a thing up, could have been a year ago, could have been 2 years ago, giving out that, I want to say it was David Beckham. Does David Beckham have a daughter?
Yeah,
Kiss his daughter on the lips. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was shifting the goddamn girl. I'm saying,
kiss his daughter on the lips. Yeah,
and that was torn into this inappropriate fucking, and I was like, people will always, they'll latch on to something and they'll try and turn it. Like, I read a thing on Sky Sports today where somebody said, the people who are coming out to saying that this is similar to racism, like kick it out, come out and said, guys, we really need to separate these. People can't say that this is similar to the issues that we have in football in relation to racism. Like, I'm not trying to sound funny about this or to sound stupid about this, but like, do these people want them to start kneeling for cats?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. I'm so happy to kick it out. We're the ones that actually came out and were like, no, look, guys, look, whoa, look, yeah, this is wrong, obviously, in a completely different fucking level. So it is. But you cannot put any of them two things even remotely in the same fucking remit. Like, you know what I mean? But no,
I think the way the reaction, I think, is worse than actual what he did.
The crime, like, yeah.
I know we can't talk about it because whatever, but a man assaulted his girlfriend and was, not assaulted, but supposedly assaulted. There is an investigation going on, and that push for him to get fired never came. And
holy shit, I never even noticed that. You're right. You're completely right. I mean,
like, it's an awful thing. It's an awful thing that happened, and yeah, but this big push for him to be fired never even happened.
Well,
but it's a man tips the dog with his foot.
Yeah, the cat.
A cat tips his cat with his foot, and it's a 6-month ban. And there was some. It makes me physically sick. Did you actually watch the video?
Yeah, see, there are people jumping on it. Yeah, there are people that would have read
probably
it.
Not.
So it is like, hey, but I never even copped on about that. Like, that woman, again, it's going to be a case or whatever, so we can't speak about it and all that kind of stuff, right? But that woman did the same thing. She put up a video, she put up messages, she put up pictures that showed physical abuse, and that's only just the physical. That's not the mental abuse and the torture that she would have went through that you can't see. And you're right. Why wasn't there an upcry then for Man United? Yeah, they suspended him from playing and training, right? Why wasn't there an upcry to saying cancel his contract or something? Like, you know what I mean?
I think a lot of people think more of animals than they do people.
That
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. That's
but
insane.
After the show that we just had, which was full of vulgarity,
it's a sexy Valentine show, Kev.
So we've ended on a good note.
We have, I think. Have we? Yeah. Praising women that should be believed as much as cats, basically. Yeah, that is a good point, I hope. I hope that is a good point, though. That is a very good point. So it is like, hey. But, right, guys, Spotify listeners, we're going to throw on the Mickey Joe Howard interview after this. Okay? So if you're listening to Spotify, and if you haven't already heard the Mickey Joe Howard interview, I know we put it up already during the week, but we're just going to attach it to this interview as well so that it's part of it in the long run and it's all together in one. But apart from that, Kev, happy Valentine's Day to you. I'm going to see you on Saturday.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Yeah, we'll spend some time together.
I can't.
I'm sure we'll end up in pennies at some stage, Pickle.
Yes.
As we normally would on our trips to Nottingham, and of course it's close to Valentine's Day, so you know what I'm buying.
Yeah, guys, here's a hint of what next week's going to be. I'm going to be telling you this that we went to Primark. I stood awkwardly in the corner while Kevin tried on bras and told me if they looked good. That's normally how this trip tends to go. Only this time we've got
a stag night coming up shortly.
Oh shit, that's next hour. Or fuck yeah, we
might have to buy something for that, Pickle.
And a shout out to the band Blessed, who gave us a shout out on their live Instagram the other night. They're playing in Tolls next Saturday, the 19th of February.
19th.
Yeah, 19th of February. Okay. Get in and check them out, guys. You won't be fucking disappointed. Kev, that was a long show. I was going to say something else, so I could say that's what she said, but didn't work. Fuck it. But yeah, I think we're done. We are done, are we?
Yeah, we're all done. Thanks very much for listening.
Guys.
Usual, guys, if you want to get in contact with the show, guys, email the Kevin Pickle Show at gmail.com. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on soon-to-be TikTok. Who knows? Guys, get in touch with the show. And remember, share the show. And if you are sharing the show, make sure those people go back to the start of the show, back to episode 1, so they get the full effect of what we talk about.
Exactly. Guys, have a fantastic week. Thanks so much for listening. As always, we will talk to you soon.